Well, guys, I ran to Dorchester, Nebraska, and back yesterday. I actually ran down to Diller and picked up another piece yesterday, but I grabbed a pretty interesting tractor, in my opinion. I just rolled it off the trailer here a minute ago. Everybody knows I love Massey, Ferguson stuff. If it's not international, it's generally Massey, Ferguson with me. And so, yeah, this was pretty different. I don't think I've ever actually seen one before. It's not entirely uncommon, but out here in my area, the Massey market kind of died in the late 70s on tractors. So you got 1100s and 1130s and a lot of like 1080s and 180s. But past that, I know there was one neighbor that had an 1105, but just didn't see those very often around here. And if they left a long time ago. But here's what I came home with. It is a 1973 Massey 1085. Has a 4-cylinder Perkins A4 318 diesel motor in it. Big Perkins guy, if you didn't know that. Love my Perkins diesel stuff. Starts right up, runs really awesome. These motors were kind of known for head gasket issues if you pulled them hard. And we'll get into that more later, but this one doesn't seem to have that problem. Has some weights hanging on it off of like a 180 or Super 90 is what they would fit on, but they don't look too bad on there. 16.938 power adjust rear tires, 1016s. It's a 6-speed with a high-low or multi-power, kind of like a TA on your international stuff. Multi-powers over there. TAC reads 300 hours, I think, but it's not working currently. We'll dig into that more later. But it's a really nice, solid tractor, not beat to hell. It's actually a one-owner tractor, too. I got it from the original owner. He's wanting to sell some stuff, somewhat at the prompting of his son-in-law. And so this is what we got. Massey 1085. It's a one remote tractor, which, yeah, whatever. Lower option, open station, lower option, not a shock. 3-point works, 540 PTO. Yeah, kind of get your Goodyear Dynatorque long bars, short bars, which are some of my least favorite tires ever. But we deal with that. Big old power adjust cast centers. It was sold new at the dealership in Dorchester. I think that's Nemechek. I don't know how to pronounce that. If you know how to pronounce that, let me know. In Dorchester, in 73. And I talked to another guy locally, and he thinks those guys went out of business 75 or 76. So it's been pretty close to the end of their dealership, but just a pretty solid, nice original tractor. Top of the hood's losing color, not really a shock. I think this thing could actually polish out pretty nice. It needs a few linkage things corrected. The kill cable here for fuel is pretty crusty and doesn't like to return back, but I mean, it's an open station tractor, so it's probably gotten moisture over in the years. I oiled up the throttle linkage and fixed a lot of that stuff already and got it running better. The shifters was kind of the same thing. It did not want to shift very nicely because moisture gets down in those shifters on Masseys and kind of gums them up. Foot throttle is the same way. I sprayed that down a minute ago. Got some moisture behind the tack there, so that's unfortunate. 5,700 hours. I think all the gauges here are working besides the filter gauge and the fuel gauge, and that's not such a big deal. Haven't messed with lights yet. One remote, 3 points over here. Just a really cool tractor. The old guy that was selling this said he was having problems with the power steering not working correctly. And actually, what he said to me is all your stuff, PTO levers there. What he said to me is this tractor did come with a parts tractor, which I have to go back and get. I'll share a photo of that here shortly. But the parts tractor, he swapped out these power steering pumps between the parts tractor and this tractor, and didn't make any difference. So I dug into that a little bit, talked to a buddy who is down at Radke Implement, he's in Millburger, I believe. He said to really common thing on 1100s and 1105s, there was a hex head plug here before, which I think's in my pocket here somewhere. Yeah. And I dropped it. Right there, hex head plug, right there. You pull that out and put a grease zerk in it, because that grease that's in there gets old and dries up over time, and just pump it full of grease. And he was pretty sure that was going to fix my problem, and he was right. If not, he had hand pumps and stuff down there, so I was going to go talk him out of some of those, or trade beer or whatever for hand pumps. But put that grease zerk in there, gave it a bunch of grease, like 40 pumps, and we got really nice steering again. So that is awesome. That's a lot better than tearing apart a steering column to replace a hand pump. But the parts tractor also, I don't have it yet because I didn't have room on the trailer yesterday for it, but it does have a bad head gasket. So not sure what the deal is there, but I will have to go back after that tractor sometime. It's a cabbed 1085, and it's on 18434 power adjust rear rubber. And I forgot to look to see if it was a dual remote tractor. I also forgot to look to see if it was an 8-speed tractor without the multi-power instead of the 12-speed with the multi-power. But we'll have to look more later. Just kind of came with the deal as a part supply for this thing. So we'll dig into that more later. But it also, I noticed pretty quickly that the sheet metal here, there should be a piece of sheet metal that goes up and around over there on both sides. And I also, on this tractor, the sheet metal has a crease in it right here. Well, the parts tractor came with the pieces I need. So I actually grabbed those and brought them with me yesterday. But I have both of those little panels, and then I have the front nose panels to go on there as well. So we'll get those swapped out here shortly. Hopefully I can get the paint to match up fairly well. Somebody's moving grain cart today. So, but yeah, looks like a pretty cool tractor. I don't know, I might swap this one to 18434 rear rubber, or if I can find a set of 18438 power adjust wheels, I might swap to that too. Just kind of depends on my mood. But she's pretty nice, original. Hard to find these in open station, these late Massey 5 series. So pretty slick looking. But I also picked up a bonus for my 1456 in Diller. If you've seen that tractor, you know the cab is loose, the doors are shot, got broken glass. This cab actually came off a 1456 as well, but about any 56 series cab would do is if I had the right filler plates in the front. This is a really nice cab. I traded them a floor pan off of an 856 parts tractor I have, and some filler plates plus a little cash for this really nice cab. My intentions are, it's got the factory blower on top, the factory fan. My intentions are to take that off and see if I can put in a roof mount AC on this cab and hide it under the factory blower cover. I think I can make it happen. It'd look really cool with that blower still on top. You can always cut some vent holes in the top of it so more airflow and whatever. My cab also doesn't have heat in it, and this one does have heater cores in it. Not saying they're good, but they're there. But we're gonna, while this cab is off the tractor, I'm going to go in and put in all new interior in it, add as much sound deadening as I can to this thing. We'll do a lot of that Dynamat stuff, and then do a cab interior from Fair Cab. Just try to get, I'll probably put in as many new door seals as I can, maybe silicone up some of the cracks in the window seals and stuff. Just trying to make this cab as nice as possible, and then we'll set it down on my 1456 sometime, and hopefully have a 54-year-old tractor with working AC. But yeah, that's really, really nice cab. Really lucked out there. Those guys were wanting fenders, and I really wanted a cab, so we got lucky. But now I'm gonna crawl up on this, and we'll take it to the corner and back. Okay, I couldn't stand it. I had to put the side panels on first. They were missing. They don't quite match, but if I get this polished, I think, because I rubbed here, that's pretty close to matching that. So we can get close. I just had to see them on the tractor, so I went and put them on. The other side too, much better. Had to go find the hardware. Not a big deal. Now we'll drive this. So, clutch in. Both those guys got to be in neutral. Oh, and then there's this breaker thing. He says likes to trip. So, try that again. Okay. Tires right up. Nice little 4-cylinder sound. So, reverse, low, foot throttle. Actually, I haven't taken this down the road yet, so we'll see how this goes. Take it second, then low, just yeah, it shifts hard. Okay, we'll try first instead. If you watch enough TikTok videos and stuff like that, Ryan Kelly, Wisconsin Titan 2, did a thing about Massey shifting hard in this era. And he's not wrong at all. So, put it high range. We'll put the multi-power in low. Pretty sure it works. I played it yesterday. Yep, it shifts. You want to put that multi-power in high when you're going down the road because it'll freewheel going downhill if you're not careful. High gear. Pretty nice driving little tractor. Really reminds me a lot of driving my Case 870 I used to have, mostly because the 4-cylinder annoys me. You kind of sit up high, and the fenders, it's just a nice platform. You feel enclosed, not quite so much like a John Deere or Internationals of the era. I really like this, actually. Yeah, you can get her detailed up sometime, probably after planting, because life is busy. I'll get it detailed up after planting and probably put a price on it then, I would say. But yeah, really tickled with this one. Got to go back and get the other 1085 parts tractor sometime. And I actually have one more thing to grab there. It's Massey. It's really cool, pretty damn odd. You don't see many of them. You can guess what it is if you want to. But we're gonna have fun with that one too. I don't think that piece will be for sale. I already have one, if that's a hint, but it's not as nice as this one. So we're pretty tickled with this guy. Had to find a job for it, I guess. We'll think about that a little bit. She's pretty cherry. If you know how to pronounce this dealership name, the Namachek. Is this an Namachek? I don't know. If you're Czech, let me know. I don't know how to pronounce that, but really cool tractor. You'll be seeing more of this, I hope. Yeah, if you know of like an 1135 open station somewhere in western Kansas, Nebraska, I'd love to have one of those, or an 1130 open station. But yeah, that's probably it for now. That's it for this one. I think I got a YouTube video out today about drilling oats with my other tractors. We're gonna go probably start looking at corn planter now, start worrying about that stuff because it's coming up soon. I got a tractor pull next weekend. That'll be, probably have a whole video on that one. I'm taking my 706 pulling tractor, and I got one other surprise that I've been putting together to take. So we'll see that. But you guys have a good one. Please like, share, subscribe, comment if you like this. Comment if you think it's a piece of junk. Comment if you hate Massey or if you love Massey. I don't really care. But you guys have a good one. Go drag something out of the weeds and get it running.